Damn, this song needs to calm down. Let's go. I don't know what just happened. This whole process is lame. The hell? Man, I got plenty of this, I think.
Great choice. That's a difference maker.
Now he balling.
To you as somebody who's on the front lines?
You know, the thing is, I love working in healthcare just as much as I love playing video games. I think just, coming home from a long day after seeing all the things I do on my daily, on a daily, it's just, I think it's nice to come home, relax, jump in a party with the boys, play some.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA."
DA, thanks a lot. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Greg, great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5. Because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play small.
Okay.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Brown. And for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Allen. Then there's Garland. Then it's Okoro. And it's Windler in at the 2. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. Allen dishes to Garland. Love kicks to Okoro. Five to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Allen for 3. Offensive rebound.
Wow.
Hangs. The shot's good
Wow.
from Love.
Kevin Love all about positioning in there, battling and finding some space, keeping the play alive with that kind of activity.
Brown inside, working on Love.
Nice.
And the rejection by Love.
They balling today. They
It's stolen by
balling.
Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Garland, no good. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
I mean, well, Garland, the 5th overall pick. Back in 2019, had a slow start to his career, but around the midway point, he really started to take off.
And you wonder, Greg, in that rookie campaign, if that's a bit of somebody realizing the length of an NBA season. And maybe he made a bit of an adjustment in his body. Now in his second year, we can see some of the fruits of his labor in the offseason and him developing.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
Now here's Brown. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Brown feeling it out a bit. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Brown. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to Windler. And he banks in the layup.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Here's Brown. And he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Brown. Randall kicks to Brown. Brown jams it in.
Well, Randall, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found him.
Cavaliers trailing. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Allen finds Love. And taken away by Brown. Robinson with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
Got him again. Get that lazy.
Randall against Allen.
That was a steal right there.
Pass to Garland. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Barrett.
Nice.
And
he missed
Okoro
that
pulls it down.
That's the only kind of
should've
defense
threw
that's
that
going to
oop.
cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. The Knicks with the lead. Brown with it. He's got 10. Here's Toppin. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Rose. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now, here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Cavaliers trail by 5. From the arc. Garland, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
New York moving it around. Back to Brown. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Now here's Nance. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat, and you can tell takes pride in that part of the game.
Yeah, good job to take it right after him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Garland. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Prince, the pass to Hartenstein. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Garland. Softly drops in the floater.
The defense looked a little bit confused on that play as Garland moved nicely.
Lazy as hell.
Brown the pass to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised
Timeout.
he didn't put a little something extra on that one. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Allen's checked in for Hartenstein. Kevin Love comes in for Torian Prince. And it's a Okoro in for Augustine. Robinson finds Brown. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got R.J. Barrett. Noel is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Brown. Pass to Love. Finds the open look. It's on
That's
target.
cool. Faded back to his
Love's
guy.
got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And his whole career,
Oh.
Kevin Love, a fantastic passer at that position. Great vision for a big man.
You think about it, Greg, he's one of those players who you're kind of watching throughout the course of any game, and you're hoping for that kind of highlight. I mean, that's rarefied air. If it's not a dunk, but we're waiting for a Kevin Love outlet pass, that tells you it's special.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Fresh in the last game against the 76ers played some superb ball. He added 33 points and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game
That's right.
you'll always remember. Kevin?
David, we appreciate
damn.
the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across
It's a
the line.
bucket.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Brown. Love, right side. Nance against Barrett. To the paint. It's off the
Good
run.
shit out of here.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Allen. They get it back. And the cut by Love.
Kevin Love has been in the league long enough to understand that down low, contact happens.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the Knicks. The Cavaliers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Brown the pass to Gibson. Back to Brown.
What are you doing?
Kicks to
Shoot that,
Noel.
shoot that. You're back.
6 to shoot. The pass to Barrett. 3-pointer.
Bucket.
The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Brown. For 3, Love. The shot that time, not on target. And New York will come the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Okoro dishes to Garland. Poked away.
Oh, I didn't want to do all that.
The Cavaliers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And he makes the first.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Torian Prince comes in for Kevin Love. Brown the pass to Gibson. Back to Brown.
Man,
Noel
shoot that.
down
What are you?
low.
Oh, my God,
Taking
dude.
a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now.
Oh, my
Put
God.
this
Move
one
up.
away.
That
Yo.
one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Garland.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Brown, good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here.
That dude
after
is the
break
third
for
string
third quarter
point guard.
basketball.
Like, you literally got 1 point.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Jared Allen. Kevin Love out there with the Okoro. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the 2. That one goes. Count it.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Passes it to Windler. Sinks the three-pointer. Windler's got 12 in the game.
Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Right side Robinson. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists here tonight.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
It's stolen by Randall. For 3,
Bucket.
And again, New York with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Brown. Here's Allen. And he converts the layup. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play. And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Oh, no.
Brown kicks to Randall. And they double up Brown. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And here are the
Oh,
Cavaliers
didn't let me
now.
jump.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Here's Garland. Pass to Okoro. From beyond the arc. Randall grabs the board. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Well, the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Love. Torian Prince comes in for a curl. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Garland. Here's Brown. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Allen. And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
Oh my God.
Pocket 6. Payton against Augustine. Another shot. Goes up again. 2 points. That one goes. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Brown. That one falls. And the Knicks lead by 14.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Bounce pass from Augustine.
Oh, damn.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Hands it from downtown. Windler's got 9 points here in the second half.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Prince outside. Augustine
I got off of
him. A 3. It's rebounded by New York. They led by as many as 18 points. Brown outside. Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Windler, the pass to Hartenstein. Augustine against Brown. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Augustine.
Dude, come on.
It's Prince on the wing. And it's off from 3-point range. The Knicks leading by 15. Brown the pass to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Timeout called Cleveland.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Garland, he's checked in for Cleveland. And New York with a change here, too. Taj Gibson's checked in for Toppin.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Here's Noel. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Noel's got 6.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded closely. And there's the pass to Hartenstein. No good, unable to end this run.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Oh, he still got it.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
It's good. Garland's got 4 this quarter.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Brown outside.
Oh, God.
Stolen by Garland. Here's Windler. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Brown kicks to Robinson. Back to Brown. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 33 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. R.J. Barrett is out there with Toppin. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Robinson, and it's Brown in at the point guard. Brown outside.
Oh, damn, that's way off.
It's rebounded by
It's gonna
Cleveland.
be pretty and shit.
Allen's got
Give me
his
the ball,
6th
give me the
rebound
ball.
on the night. Left side, Brown.
Nice,
Good.
let's go.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Nance outside. Cleveland moving it around from deep
Hell
three-point
no.
range. Garland, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And they double up Brown.
Look at that.
Passes it to Barrett. Brown outside. Ripped away. And here's the fast break. Windler with the bucket. Windler's got 11 in the second half.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Toppin, good. That's now 8 points for Obi Toppin.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Love, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
There's no question that Kevin.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Allen trying to break free and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Obi Toppin. First free throw is good, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Wade, he's checked in for Allen. Osman comes in for Nance. DJ Augustine's checked in for Torian Prince, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. Brown outside, and it's Wade with the rebound. And so it's Cleveland with it. Dellavedova from outside. Here's Hartenstein. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Shot's good by Gibson.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first one falls.
Man.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Oh, God. Sup, baby boy? It's like, come on, man. Man, I don't want a damn playbook. Man, I don't care about this. I want to be able to trade.
It's exactly what I feel when I fantasize. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh.
Boys, you know, play some NBA 2K. You know, I love it.
Last year, we talked about your daughter playing NBA 2K, and now I have to ask you, what does she think about the WNBA being in the game?
Well, can I just tell you that, first of all, we established a rule in our house. You're not allowed to play the same team against each other. So she always picks the Sparks. So it forces me to choose between all the other WNBA teams. And you know, as a competitor, I don't want to play with the Minnesota Lynx. Like, I don't want to play with Seattle Storms.
Woo! I was on the edge of my seat.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond.
Oh, hell
here
yeah.
on
And it's
2K
home.
Sports. From the attire to the food. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, if you...
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Drummond. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Matthews. And it's LeBron James. And Harrell's in a power forward position. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Brown. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Boy, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
James against Barrett. Nice shot by James.
Nice touch by LeBron. Pulls up a little short to loft in the easy floater.
Schroeder against Brown. It's deflected and stolen by Drummond. Here's Matthews, and it's Matthews with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect
lazy.
example right there.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass to Drummond. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Shoots over Brown. With the putback. And Drummond is right there.
What makes Drummond a great rebounder, not just the size and athleticism, it's his tremendous anticipation.
Brown outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
At this point, it's clear that the team wants to build around Junior. He's got the upside to be the franchise centerpiece for the next decade. No reason for them not to build around him.
You know, Greg, I think most would agree Junior can take this team all the way. He's got the skill and the upside, and there's a lot to like about this decision. Drummond finds Schroeder, and that one hits back iron.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown
Man, I'll
gimme.
just throw up some shit, man.
Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Celtics.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more.
And it's Harrell missing.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
Brown outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Harrell against Randall. Now here's Harrell. He's guarded close. LeBron, that's a two-pointer, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Nice touch on the jumper. Even at this stage in his career, LeBron's floor spacing ability continues to evolve.
Damn it.
And stolen by
I
Drummond.
can't do that anymore.
Shoots over Brown. James, no good. New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Andre Drummond's games has to improve at the free throw line if he wants to be a go-to player.
And the second free throw, good. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Bobbed up there for Robinson. New York again turning it over.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Lakers leading by 3. Outside Matthews. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Harrell. That shot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Brown the pass to Robinson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So you know the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
The kick out to Brown. He tries for 3. New York with a new 14. Shot clock at 6. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Brown.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Horton Tucker, the pass to James. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Tremendous body control. LeBron takes the hit, sinks the shot, now gets a chance to add another point to his total.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Toppin with the steal. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
James looking around. And Fresh picks up the foul. That's... Randall kicks to Brown. Great D that time from
Nah, I'm a ball
Los
hog.
Angeles leading by 4. Barrett and Randall are in the forward position. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Brown. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Great dime from Kuzma there, assessing the situation and making the right play.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Fresh in the last game against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He had 35 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries
Block
over
that
to
shit.
tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need.
Nice, let's go.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
The Lakers in the lead. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Brown against Schroeder. A putback, can't get the putback. New York's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Quickly, the shot
go.
with Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Oh, I thought I had
Passes
this
to
shit.
Matthews. Back to Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Barrett wide open.
Bucket.
He fires.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the Lakers with possession here. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
I like what Kuzma brings to this offense. He's an excellent jump shooter with size to make plays at the rim.
No good on the second free throw. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on. His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And here's Brown outside. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10. Well, Greg, it was obvious when they traded Cobb, but this team views Junior as their franchise player heading forward.
And you can't argue with them the way Junior has played. It's a shame they didn't think there was a way for Junior and Cobb to coexist. But the choice is clear. This franchise is in Junior's hands.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Damn it.
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
That is.
got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Oh, shit, I'm not even my dude.
Pass to Schroeder. Drains the 19-footer. Schroeder's got 12 in the game.
Nice recognition by Schroeder. Loving the mid-range, just taking what the defense allows.
Brown the pass to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. The Lakers trail. And here's Matthews. Schroeder outside. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 15.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
New York calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
This guy is killing you, and so far I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Brown with it, now guarded by Harrell, and Brown throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Matthews passes to Harrell. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Lakers lead by 2.
What a great shot. This is why Harrell shoots over 60% for his career.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Here's Brown. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, James. Burks covering, and there it is for him.
I'll tell you, trying to guard LeBron, it's easy to get frustrated.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers on top, leading by a point. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron James is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. That free throw good from Randall.
The one thing about Julius Randle, he is still young and has a significant upside.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Randall grabs the board.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And Randall throws it down.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randall attacking with ferocity.
Here's Drummond. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple. Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Schroeder outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 5 on the clock. Drummond finds James, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 20 points.
Taking advantage of what's there. LeBron reads the situation correctly.
Brown against Schroeder. Pass to Barrett from past the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Schroeder, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with the statement finish.
Now, here's Barrett. 6 points for him. And here's Brown outside. Robinson misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
When LeBron hits from range, it can help stretch the D and open up more driving lanes.
Lobbed up there for Robinson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Lakers trail by 3. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Shoots from 14 for the tie. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Over to the left wing. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
James outside. Matthews up top. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Matthews has got 6.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Out to the wing. Back to Brown. Outside for Randall. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Randall's got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Timeout called the Lakers. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Against Schroeder. Kuzma outside. Back to Schroeder to the inside. Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Brown feeling it out a bit, and slam dunk by Noel.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
Lakers trail by 6. Here's Schroeder, and the rejection by Noel. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
I'm not surprised to see Kuzma throw it down. He's got the length and leaping ability to do so.
Brown with it. 19 points in the game. There's the pass to Barrett. And they double up Brown. Clock at 6. And Noel kicks to Brown. And it's good for 2.
Wow.
Brown's got 21 in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Yes, that goes in. 10 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Anytime you watch Kyle, you see the production, plus you see the potential for more.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And these are his second and third. And Fresh picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
James finds Kuzma. Back to LeBron. Pass to Matthews. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Brown. That's the 5 for New York right now. Kuzma against Randall. Passes to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. The feed now to Matthews. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Here's Brown, and stolen by Kuzma. James wide open. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Randall throws it down.
Well orchestrated. Randall was ready to receive the pass and flush it in one motion.
Lakers trail by 12, and Brown over to help. For 3. Here's Drummond, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
No way.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
New York leading by 10.
Go.
Kuzma against Brown. Puts up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Kuzma with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Matthews.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Brown dishes to Robinson.
Shoot that. Oh, my God.
Some nice passing by New York.
Wow, dude.
And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Bullseye. 14 points for Kyle Kuzma.
The smooth, no hesitation shot from Kuzma, keeping him one step ahead of the defense.
New York calls timeout.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
They're checked in for Alec Burks. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Whoa.
Randall. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And Fresh picks up the foul.
I didn't mean to do that.
That will be foul number 5 on him.
Just a little too aggressive. His 5th foul of the night. Expect them to go right at him to try to pick up number 6.
Schroeder passes to James. Goes up on the wing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Brown. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Drummond's. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 8-point game.
Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
Brown against Schroeder. Brown kicks to Robinson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Knicks lead by 8. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Schroeder dishes to Drummond. Back to Schroeder. It's rebounded by New York. Brown outside. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And the Lakers call time here. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introducing a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, during that last timeout and listen to Frank Vogel talk to his team, he said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
What an athlete, Dennis Schroeder. He's a problem when he's out on the break.
Down low, here's Randall, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Lakers trail by 9. The drive by James.
You see the tremendous first step, the power. LeBron loves to put the defense back on its heels.
Knicks have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Brown the pass to Robinson. Barrett for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 9 points for R.J. Barrett.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
It's stolen by Schroeder. James with it, picked up by Barrett. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And what started it all. Terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run. Ice in his veins. Shooter knows how to deliver when it matters the most.
.102 left in the game. It's tipped. The kick out to Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Now the Knicks with it. They've held a 12-point lead early.
He's powerful and athletic, Drummond with the natural tools to dominate defensively.
Releases from 15. It's hauled in by Brown.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. So it's the Lakers now.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be. He's a guy who's getting more chances to make big plays and big moments. Drummond comes through for his team.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 8. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Buries it from outside.
Huge collapse on defense. No reason to allow a wide open look off the inbounds play.
And he commits the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Matthews passes to Kuzma. No good with the triple. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Here's Caruso. Here's Horton Tucker. Misses. So it's New York picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you.
Cause I'm low on the phone, you see. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I feel when I fantasize. Playing games with my mind.